那个，这个摄像头。桌子看不见了。
我的建议就是一体最好，计划的是
桌子切，桌子上东西都看不见。
对，昨天那个图册你要是哪不理解，可以问我，可不是其他的一个朋友，知道吗？你让你表达的感觉就是那为什么没上活一样，真的是。
并没有什么变化。
你真看不出来。
往前再往后来点，往后来点。
这个高美一下说咱们 logo 没有。
你把这个往后来点。
这是涂色的一个标准。对吧？你像这个专属的这个10寸示意图那个小的，专门做的呗。
把桌子往后拉了。
不用不用。
Facebook 现在不行了。
加上后面的那个装箱的示意图，你得还见这个。
然后看这边动了没？这边上
明白了吧？
别掰了，别掰了。
不能这样吧？
动了。
你看这个，你看这个，这里面
这就应该是Good morning，
让人看不见。
Good morning，晚酒。
对。
对，就别说早上，也别说晚上。妈呀，我太热了。
让老师给我备点纸。
你知道吗？这个是羊毛的，这非常。
羊毛。
开始了吗？没有 ，Facebook 还是不行。
晚上准备的呢。哎，给我兜里。
也开始了。
我也开始了。还能行？没有放水了。安老师昨天发的宣传片，给我 P 点头发可以。给我 P 点头发。对，给我 P 点头发。你看姐说我脑袋被啃了一块。给我 P 点头发好吧？
是。
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to join us. My name is Rita. I'm honored to be the host of today's live streaming. Now let's introduce our streamer today, Miss Tessie. Tessie, Key Account Manager, Professional Market, Europe, Latin America, and North America. Professional Products, Fasteners, Very Much, and Roofing Sheet. Winner by Sales Award 2018 and 2019. Winner of Best Customer Service Award 2018 and 2020. Winner of Product Export Award 2019, 2020, and 2021. Now, Tessie, please.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to join our live streaming. My name is Tessie. I'm happy to have a wonderful time with you today.
Today, our live streaming will have 3 parts: the company introduction, product show, and the flash sale activity.
Our main products are fasteners, including bolts, nuts, and washers. Please stay tuned. We will have a big flash sale activities after product show.
Okay, now let's move to the first part.
First, let's gather to watch our company video.
Okay.
It is well known that China is the iron and steel industrial center of the world, and Hebei is the iron and steel industrial center of China. Hebei Bay Sinostar, one of the top 10 building material exporters in the Bay, has been adhering conservatively to its overall business philosophy of quality, service, honesty, specialty, and innovation since establishment. All our employees devote enormous time and energy to meet the need of the market, steadily boosting the corporate sales. We are committed to provide one-stop building materials, sourcing solutions for overseas buyers. We mainly deal in roofing sheets, metal pipes, fittings and valves, wire and mesh, metal fence, iron art, fastener and screw, home DIY decoration, and other steel products. We now work with more than 500 selected and inspected mills of A level to provide our customers with low-cost guarantee. We also maintain long-term cooperation with world-famous contractors, wholesalers, and home centers. The Bay Sinostar has 6 complete management systems: CMS, or Commodity Management System; QMS, the Quality Management System; PMS, the Pricing Management System; LMS, Logistic Management System; FMS, Financing Management System; and ASS, After Sales Service System. We inspect and supervise the whole process of production, from mill sourcing, order placing, raw materials, manufacturing, packaging, and warehousing till container loading, so as to continuously provide our customers with products and services of high quality. We have our own logistics department and freight forwarder that are responsible for the last mile logistics, providing DDP destination customs clearance and third-party logistics services for overseas buyers. The Bay Sinostar is proud of its young, professional, and well-trained team with great passion and creativity. Together with the efforts of all members of our group, we believe that the Bay Sinostar will soon become a flagship of the Bay foreign trade industry.
Okay, now let's back to our live streaming.
Okay, that's it. It's very nice video.
Yes, quite good.
Okay, we get to know a lot about business stuff from this video. Now let's talk more.
Okay.
What's the advantage of business stuff?
Okay, we provide one-stop building material sourcing solutions, and our main products including roofing sheet, metal pipes, wire and mesh, fence and gate, fittings and valves, fastener and screw, iron art, scaffolding, stainless steel, aluminum series, and other steel products. You can easily buy whatever you need here to save time, and that's why many big importers and home centers have long-time cooperation with us over 10 years.
Okay, you can see we have so many different products. And how can we ensure the competitive price?
Yeah, we have mature supply chain and currently work with more than 500 selected and inspected mills, which enable us to provide the most competitive price for each buyer's order. For example, retail, we still order 1,700 tons for a pipe last December. According to advantage of different mills, we arrange production in 13 mills. It ensures that each site is the lowest, and this cannot be done by a specific factory itself.
Okay, sounds very good. And another important question, how to guarantee the quality and delivery time?
Yeah, our customer can rely on our service or inspection. We set up a well-trained quality control team, and our QC will follow up every step of manufacturing process and ensure the quality, quantity, packing, and delivery time are in conformity with our buyer's order and related international standards.
Okay, whether the inspection is same as a third-party inspection?
Yes, similar. After inspection, we will do an inspection report just like third-party agencies sent to customer. Here we can show our customer example for our customer reference modules.
We can see here. Okay, we can see here is our sample of the inspection report, and for our inspection report, mainly divided into 4 parts. Okay, now let's introduce the first page of the inspection report. The first page of the inspection report is just like the brief introduction of this contract, and the contract number, PO number, or the description of the goods. And for this inspection report, we can see here, it's marked the products as hex screws and hex nuts and washers. Okay, now let's introduce our first part of the inspection report. And of the first part of the inspection report, we can say is our cargo warehousing and the surface variant pictures. And on this part, our QC will put the total pictures. We can see the first picture is finished packing with pallet pictures, and open the box, open the carton. We can see the boxes, the inner boxes, and also open the boxes. We can see the surface variant, and to check the difference, the variance, and whether have the problem of the surface. To show our customer the total pictures. Okay, next page is the second part. The second part is our dimension measure pictures, and on this part, our QC will put the totally inspection pictures and show to our customer. Yeah, for like this page is the products of the hex screw, and the size is M8 by 1.25. This is the thread pitch, and the length is 70 millimeter, and the material is in INOX is the Spanish. That means stainless 316 material. Yeah, we can see the first picture is open boxes, so we can see it's easy for our customer to check the surface variant, and also this is a test picture of the screws head thickness, and also this picture is the body diameter and the crosswise of the head. And also this is the length of the bolts, and this label is the carton labels. Okay, next page. Okay, next page we can see the different products of the NARS, and the size is M8 by 1.25. It's also the same thread pitch, and the material is same as 316, the stainless material. And the first page also is the open cartons, and easy for our customer to check the surface variant pictures, and you can see the test picture of the thickness of the NARS and the crosswise of the NARS, and this is inner diameter. And then this have a different picture as we can see this is a label on it, and this label is A4-70, and that means the short name of the stainless material of the 316, and the grade is 70. And we can see this is have the label on it is AYA, is our company's brand, and marks on the head on the NARS surface. Yeah, this is the NARS inspection pictures, and another page is different products as washers, and for this type of washer is a plain washer, and the size is 20 by 8.5 is inner diameter, and also the thickness is 2 millimeter, and also the material also the 316, the stainless. And this is the test of the thickness, and we can see here this is the inner diameter and the outside diameter, the same as the outside diameter. And this is open the carton, check the inner 6 boxes in the carton, and this is the label of the cartons. Okay, next page. Okay, now this is the second part is for information of the second part of our QC puts the totally items inspection report, inspection pictures on the report. Okay, now let's introduce the second part. The second part, the third part. Third part is the container loading picture, and on this part, our QC will put the totally loading container process pictures and to show our customer. Firstly, we can see it's an empty picture of the container. Yeah, that's because before our loading container, our QC must check whether have any destroy on the inner containers and to check it. And if no problem, then we are allowed to loading containers. So we will put the empty container to show pictures to show our customer. And also we can see this loading process and middle process. And this is also the half middle loading process picture. And after loading, we will take the pictures like this type, half open picture to show the container number, and also the closed picture, and also the sales number to show our customer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the third part. Okay, we can see now. Let's introduce the last part. The last part is just our statement of these cargoes. And firstly, is the storage is our warehouse, and the surface variance, good order and conditions, and the packing is carton with pallet. And the dimension is must comply with the order's request. And who is the survivor and the reviver? And this date is the inspection date or investigation date. Yeah, that is the full information of the inspection report. Okay, I think from our introduction, our customer will know about our inspection report, and
is more relaxed for our company's quality of the products.
Okay, very good. I think many customers will like this inspection report. It's very helpful.
Yes, it's helpful and also can help our customers to save the inspection charges.
Okay, very good. And then let's move to the next part, the product introduction.
Okay.
Today's live streaming focuses on the Europe, Latin America, and the North American market. Our main products are both snags and washer. And finally, we'll have a flash sale activity.
Yeah. Okay. Before our introduction, let's together to watch our production videos of the bolts and nuts.
Okay.
Nuts and bolts are made from what's called steel wire rod. After spending up to 30 hours in a furnace to soften it enough to be worked, the wire rod goes into a bath of sulfuric acid to remove any rust particles. It's rinsed in water, then coated with phosphate, a chemical compound. This prevents the steel from rusting before the bolt forming begins and lubricates the steel to make forming easier. They form the bolts by cold forging, shaping the steel at room temperature by forcing it through various dies at high pressure. The forming machine first straightens the wire rod, then cuts it into pieces slightly longer than the bolt length. The extra will become the bolt head. Each piece goes through a die that makes it perfectly round, then through a series of dies that progressively shape the head of the bolt on one end. The machine heads up to 300 bolts per minute. Here is what the heading stages look like in slow motion. This die creates a slight collar. The next one turns it into a round head. Then the last die transforms that into a hexagonal head, the most common shape. Next, the machine forms the opposite end of the bolt. A tool called the pointer shapes the bottom of each bolt, creating what's called the chamfer, the part the nut catches onto. Here's the bolt before and after the chamfer. The bolt needs threads to enable the nut to screw onto it. Once again, they use the cold forging method. High-pressure rollers press in the thread pattern, as we see here in slow motion. This is the actual speed, up to 300 bolts per minute. During each production run, they take several samples to verify dimensions. They use various measuring devices, a micrometer to check the bolt's length, calipers to measure the width of the head, and a ring gauge to check the threads. To make the nuts, they use a process called hot forging. They cut steel bars into small pieces known as slugs, then heat them to 1200 degrees Celsius to make them malleable. As we see here in slow motion, hydraulic hammers punch the slugs into hexagons, while a die pierces the hole. Then a tool called a tapper drives into the hole to cut the threads. That black liquid is a lubricant oil to minimize the wear and tear on the tappers. The nuts and bolts now go into an oven at 870 degrees Celsius for about an hour. This gives them the required strength. Then a rapid cooling in oil for 5 minutes solidifies the steel's internal structure. By now, the steel is hard but brittle, so they heat the nuts and bolts for another hour. This removes their brittleness, yet maintains their strength. The quality control team pulls samples off the line, measuring how much force it takes to break them. If a bolt meets its minimum strength requirement, it passes inspection, provided the break occurred in the threading, the weakest part. Finally, packaging, labeled among other things by size and grade.
Okay, now let's back to live streaming.
Okay. Cassie, I think many customers have learned the production process of the bolts and nuts through this video.
Yes, it's very clear to show our customers the manufacturing process.
Okay, and then let's back to live streaming. You can see we have some samples on the table. Will you introduce to us?
Yeah, today we will introduce of the fasteners and we will introduce 4 kinds of the goods. And this one we will introduce this bolts, and this bolts we call it hexagonal bolts.
Okay.
Also, we will introduce for the nuts. Also, the nuts is shape is hexagonal, so we call it hex nuts. And today we will introduce 2 different kinds of the washers. One type is this type is a plain washer. We can see there's a plain surface, and people call it the flat wash. And also for this type, we will introduce the different washers. Is the spring lock washer, and also have another name is pressure washer.
Okay. Okay. And are there bolts, nuts, and washers all standard parts?
Yes, its standard parts is very popular, and but it's also divided into the standard parts and the non-standard parts, and also we call it special standard parts. Yeah, for the standard parts, our customer need to provide just like the specifications of the size, the length, and also just like the material, which material you wanted, is the carbon steel or stainless steel or other materials, and the steel grade and the strength grade, which strength you wanted, and the level. And also, it's better to provide as the surface treatment, and this kind of surface treatment is your applications, and also it's better to send us your different requirements on the packings, then we can quote price. And as to the special standard, except I mentioned items, our customer also need to provide the data drawings to show our technique to check it's more better.
Okay, got it. And what's the common international standards?
The most common standards in the world have many different types, and the most popular type, that's like the DIN, is the Germany standard, and the ANSI American standard. Also have the GB, our China standard, and also have the GIS and ISO is both very popular. And the most popular type is just the Germany standard and the American standard.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And we all know that there are many different grades in one standard. How to distinguish their grade?
Yeah, it's different grade. It's just for our customers' applications. Yeah, you can see here. Our grade is just marked on the hex of the bolts, and for this bolt is marked 8.8, and this grade just means our bolt grade. And for the different type of the material, just for this is Germany standard, so we call it this number. And if different grade, just like this, this type. You can say this is a different grade of the marking steel style. It's a 3 short bar, and for this is different. This is American style, American standard. So the marked style is different. Yeah. So if you want the different grade, so it's very clearly to show us the standards and which type of standards, and show us the different grade. And the most popular for this type of the bolts. The carbon steel of the Germany standard is just like the grade, like the 4.8, 5.8, 6.8, and the 8.8, and also the 10.9 to 12.9. Yeah, and also for the corresponding for the nuts, we have the grade 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And how to distinguish from the different grades, and normally, if the grade below the 8.8 level, we call it the ordinary bolts or the common bolts. Yeah, just like the 4.8, 5.8, and 6.8. Yeah, if you have more higher strength requirements, and you can choose for this type is 8.8, and also above this height, like the 10.9 and the 12.9. We call it the high strength bolts. For the high strength bolts, we have different manufacturing process. We need the heat treated and oil water printed, and also the price is very different.
Okay, got it. And then let's talk about the bolts. Okay. there are many different materials of the balls.
Yeah.
Could you introduce the main material?
Yeah, for the material, the balls have that like very popular ones that I mentioned before as the carbon steel, and also have the stainless steel, and also have the copper, and also have the aluminum steel. Yeah, from different applications, and of course the most popular one is the carbon steel. Yeah, but for the carbon steel also it's divided different types as like the low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, and high carbon steel. And for the stainless type, like this type, the most popular type is the 304 and then the 316. This is very, very popular in our inquiry for our customers.
Okay, got it. There are really many kinds of materials.
Yeah.
And how can our customers clearly express their specifications?
Yeah, okay. Now let's show our customer from our examples.
Okay.
Here. Now we have an example prepared to show our customer. You can see here, this is the full name written by our guest as M4-0.7 by 8. Now let's introduce from this different meaning of the three numbers. And the form inside the outside diameter or the body diameter is 4 millimeter, and the 0.7 means the thread pitch is 0.7 millimeter, and the 8 means the body length is 8 millimeter. Yeah, this is a full name written by this. And if our customer to provide the clearly standards, the thread pitch for 0.7, this could not provide. Yeah, we can distinguish from these standards.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then I think our customers will know how to tell us the size they required.
Yeah, it's more clearly, I think.
Okay, and then let's talk about the sample on the table.
Okay.
You can see there are many different colors for the balls. And could you introduce to us?
Yeah, of course. Okay, let's introduce from this type.
Okay.
Yeah, this type is we call it a plain surface treatment, and this is not any other surface treatment. It's just the color of the raw material. Yeah, maybe just the oil to anti-rust. Yeah, you can see here. This is one type, and this type we show many times in our live streaming. And this type we call it zinc plated type, and because the color is white, we call it white zinc plated.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one type of galvanizing. And have this type, and you can see this. It's different color with the white zinc plated.
Yeah.
It's a yellow color, so we call it the yellow zinc plated. Yeah, compared with the yellow type, we also have a very similar type with the white zinc plated. Is this type? It's a very similar surface treatment, and maybe our customer cannot distinguish it, but you can clearly see what's the surface. You can see here. This color will be have a little blue on it, so we call it the blue white zinc plated. As a similar zinc plated surface treatment, both the galvanizing, yeah, the zinc coating about 3 to 5 mil, and but just the color is different from different popular in different markets, so we can choose the different colors.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, compared with the zinc plated type, we also have this type. This type is different. We call it hot dip galvanized type. Yeah, for this type, we can see it's very different on surfaces. Surface has little matte, not very shining as the zinc plated type. And for the hot dip galvanized type, and not see this color is very matte, but it's very high zinc, high good quality. Yeah, because the zinc coating of the hot dip galvanized we normally do is 300 grams to 500 grams. Of course, we also can do the more higher zinc coating, but it will to follow our customers' different requirements of the salt spray test. If you want 1,000 hours of the or 1,500 hours salt spray test, you can show us, and we will contact the mail to do the different surface treatment.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so many different types of the surface treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's talk about the washer, Cassie.
Okay.
As we said before, we have 2 different types of washers.
Yeah.
Could you introduce to us?
Yeah. Okay. And today we will introduce 2 types of the washers, and the flat washers, and also this type is spring lock washer. Okay. Now let's introduce this type firstly. The flat washer.
Okay.
The middle of the flat water we can see here. It's just between the bolts and nuts, which increasing the surface area of connected parts. Yeah, it can reduce the pressure per unit area, and also can protecting the surface area of the connected parts from being damaged. It's the matter of the plane washer, and also compared with the plane washer, it's different general application with the spring lock washer. That it will put just like between the bolts and the plane washer, and the application is just to prevent the nut from loosen.
Okay, different types for different purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And then I say the last question about the packing of the fasteners. What are we usually have?
Yeah, for the packings, as normally we can do the packing from our customers' requirement. Yeah, very popular for our customers is just like the carton with pallet. Yeah, small carton with pallet, and the carton weighs like the 25 kilogram and the 20 kilograms, and from different size of the fasteners or screws. Yeah, and we also can do the different small boxes and to meet the retailers and like the home center customer and the wholesaler customers. If they want to retailer, we can do the small boxes. Because here, this is our company brand, the small boxes, and we can see have our company AYA brand. Yeah. Okay. Also has this type is different, and also we have this type. We can see here, this is for the home center customers. It's a different inner boxes, is a different material for the plastic, and we can open like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's no problem. It can for us to do the different materials, just like the small boxes. We can do the 1 kilo or 5 gram, or just 1,000 pieces or 500,000 pieces from our different customers' different requirements. It's no problem. We can to meet our customers' requirements.
Okay, very good. And then I say thanks for giving us detailed introduction about the both nut washer. And finally, let's move to the next part. It will be most of interest to our customers. Okay, Tessie, what's the flash sale activity in our live streaming today?
Okay, today in our live streaming, our customer can get 3% discount for total size of the fasteners. It's a very special discount in our content file. So please, if you have any other questions or inquiries, please send to our customer service or leave your message, and our customer service will contact you soon.
Okay, please take this special discount, the 3% discount in the content fair. If you want to go there, please contact our customer service as soon as possible.
Yes, please take this chance of the special discounts. You can get it maybe in the content fair.
Okay. And then I say until now, our live streaming will come to an end.
Yeah, thanks for watching our live streaming.
Okay, thanks for support. And now we can see many customers are contacting us.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, please initiate one-to-one meeting. We are waiting for you.
Welcome to the Hebei Sendo Style live streaming at China time 8:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow we also have many flash sale activities on both nuts and washer. And you can scan our WeChat QR code. We'll answer any question for you immediately.
Yeah, friends who not caught up our live streaming, please reverse back and watch our replay. Okay, thanks for everyone. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
明天不播了，
为什么？
说周六日不播。
哦。